Yeah.
Hello, 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 hello. Welcome from all of us.
Yes.
We're very international, and I'm here to talk to our cake decorating experts for the Cake Circle today. And we're very international because we've got Britannia from Canada, and you're
Canada.
from Alberta,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
got Terry from Florida. So what I'm going to do is ask each one of them a series of questions so we can let you know what our cake experts are going to be doing and
Cake
presenting.
experts. I like that title.
Yeah.
I was thinking more like cake enthusiasts, but I like
Yeah.
expert. It
No,
sounds better.
cake,
Yeah.
no,
No.
go for cake expert. That's
Yes.
fine.
Yeah.
I love the fact that we've managed to connect London and Canada and Florida
Yes.
all together.
Yes.
It's just
Yes.
yeah,
We found the magic hour between the three of us.
Yeah.
absolutely. So Britannia has just woken up because it's now what nine
Oh,
o'clock there?
I've got kids. I've been awake for like 3 hours.
Oh yeah.
It's 10. It's 10
It's
a.m.
10.
now.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. I'm at 5 o'clock because I'm in London time, and Terry is
And I'm
at
at noon.
12.
Noon.
She's at noon.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a magic hour. So we'll be
Breakfast,
doing
lunch, and dinner. We got it all
Yeah.
covered.
yeah, we'll be appearing all three of us at this sort of time at any point in time.
Yes.
Yeah.
At least we covered the west coast of America that way.
Yeah.
So everybody from Australia is probably still fast asleep. But anyway, there you go.
Yes. Yes.
So anyway, I was going to ask, starting with Terry, just tell us a little bit about you.
Okay. As you know, my name is Terry, and I am a cake decorator, designer, part-time and full-time. I'm a legal secretary. I've been baking for a little bit over 20 years. I started as a hobby baker, and as I progressed, I started selling my cakes. But due to working full time and doing these cakes, staying up all night, it was hard to like really make it a business, which is what I wanted to do. But life takes over, and I love to bake. I always loved to bake since I was a little girl. Actually, my first easy bake oven started my passion for baking. And then from there I grew and just did box cakes, as I grew up. Then finally, I always wanted to take a class when I was younger. I didn't say that I'm from Florida. I've been living here most of my life. But I had this all organized and nothing's coming out the way I expected it to.
It never does.
But I did become a hobby baker like over 15 years ago, when I finally took a course that I wanted to take since I was younger and never got the chance to. I don't know here in the US, Michael's. I don't know if anyone's familiar with that, but it's a craft store. And a lot of craft stores were giving quilting classes, which is what I wanted to take when I was younger. And I never got to take it because I got married, had children, didn't find the time, life took over. And then finally, like in 1999, I think, I got the opportunity to take a course and I fell in love with it, the cake decorating. I didn't know so much about the cake decorating, more about baking and stuff. But when I saw all the things you could learn, and you never stop learning with cake decorating, you're constantly learning. Yeah, I started buying a ton of books. I got obsessed and I bought, I don't know how many, well, I still buy a lot of cake decorating books, took extra classes and just became obsessed. Then started doing cakes for work and practicing there. And then I started getting orders from co-workers, family, friends, and just started improving my skills because I love it. I love learning, and you never stop learning with cake decorating. there's always something new
Yeah.
coming,
Yeah.
up. But so that's really my story. I have sold cakes, and I've been on and off on it because of working full time. It's hard to,
Yeah.
keep up. Usually all my orders have been from referrals from the same people that I make cakes. They refer me to someone else and so forth. So I just never got to the point of marketing and my business like I should have because of lack of time and knowledge with didn't have the knowledge um, of
Just
the
how to do it.
yeah, how to do it. And I did create a Facebook page to keep track of all the cakes that I made so I could show my customers, but really wanted to do a website and get more professional, but never got a chance to do that. If not, I think, I would have a lot more business. And that's why I love this Cake Circle membership, because you have the opportunity to learn so much, to improve your skills, to get to the level you want to get. And whether you're, beginning or advanced, I think we can help you, and we can teach you more. And it's a wonderful membership. You can get so much out of it and really get to the professional level if you really want to do it. And we're here to help you and teach you whatever you feel you want to learn, me and Britannia. So you have great opportunities here, and cake decorating and creating your business and whatever you choose you want to do.
I think it's great because we haven't actually set down that this is the curriculum and this is what we're going to teach, because we want to find out from the members.
We want to hear from you.
Yeah, what they're struggling with, because there's no point us going off at a tangent saying we're going to teach X and then they'll go, well, actually, we wanted to learn Y. And it's like, all right, well, we could teach Y then,
Exactly.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
So, it's going to fit in with what's they want to learn, which is my dream of not just pumping out lots of already made, perfectly crafted, edited videos, and not actually have the tutors there to be able to say, excuse me, how did you do that? Or
right.
Yes.
When I did that last week, mine all went wonky, or mine all domed at the top, or mine all fell apart.
Right.
To get out the pan, or whichever, at least we can go, excuse me, did you ever have a problem with this, like tapping it out the tin?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
all of the things that can go horribly wrong with baking.
Which I'm sure it will, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
when it goes with it.
Yep.
Yeah, it goes with life. Everyone does. And the ones that record do it too, except they stop the camera and re-record.
Yes.
Exactly. All the perfect ones you see out there, that's how it is,
Exactly.
We're human. We're going to make mistakes, and that's how we learn from our mistakes.
Fail forward.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes, I'm sure it'll be good fun.
So much fun. So much fun.
Yeah. It's having fun with it that makes it really great, because you're learning and you're having fun, and you just learn from your mistakes. That's how you learn.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You should have seen my cakes when I started compared to now.
Perhaps we should have a competition. We should get out the very first cakes.
Oh my gosh, I don't think I have them saved, but no.
Those ones.
I think mine was a rabbit, and it was for Easter. And looking back on it, it was it was interesting. Yeah. Everybody was very, they were very whatever the word was at the time. Said, "Oh yes, it's lovely." And when you look back, only exactly, and then you look back, sort of 6 months later, you think, "What on earth?
What was I thinking?"
But you learn from that. You learn what you did wrong, what to improve on, and that's how you improve your skills and get better and better. At least that's what happened to me. We all have our little tricks that we've learned from our mistakes that we can teach you.
Right? You got to learn what works for you as well, because what works and resonates with one cake decorator might not be your thing. That might not be your
exactly. Plus the climate. The climate has a lot to do with it, where you live, and because here in Florida, the heat you know,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's terrible in the humidity. So, you know, you might not have that problem, which is great.
Yeah.
It
Right.
doesn't tend to happen in London that much.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Yes.
Which is
Same in
great
Canada.
because dealing with buttercream and even fondant, I have days when it's very humid and the fondant doesn't want to work with me. You know, it's soft,
Same.
it's stretchy, and it all depends on the humidity levels.
Yeah.
And
That's
so
so
there's a lot of, you know, different aspects of
Yeah.
things that you can learn, you know,
Yeah.
to make it
Okay.
easier on
Yeah.
you.
according to the region that you're in,
Right.
Fabulous.
geographically. Yeah.
Okay, so talking about geographically, let's move to Canada then, and talk,
Okay.
talk
Yeah.
to Tanya.
You
You
bet.
tell us a little bit about you, where you live, and what you do.
Sure. So I guess I'm kind of like a real life Jason Bourne. Did you guys ever watch those movies?
Yes.
So I am currently in Canada, but my journey was I was actually born in England with an English mom and American dad. So
Oh, wow.
you know, we did the whole military thing where I kind of grew up between England and the States and moved around in various places there. And then I meet a Canadian and moved to Canada. So I really just kind of from all over. But I've been in Canada for the last, 14 years. I absolutely love Canada. I find it's like the perfect balance between what I love from England and what I love from the States. It's kind of all in one.
Okay.
But anyway, that's for another chat. But
Yeah.
so yes, I'm Britannia. I am a mama of 3 kids, 3 wonderful children. I'd have to say that mothering and being a mom is probably my ultimate passion and dream. I love being a mom. And that kind of comes into play with how my cake journey has evolved over the years. So I first started out, I kind of fell on cake decorating by accident because I was actually working in a bakery, but I was the morning baker that was in charge of like the, producing the breads, making the breads, and all those things that need to be made first thing in the morning, like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
So that was my job. And there was a cake decorator there. And I wasn't really super interested into cake decorating. This was in my early 20s. And one day the cake decorator was sick and she called in sick and there was no one to fill her spot. And so these cake orders needed to be made. And so I was there and I was like, let's just do this. Let's just go for it. So I went for it and I just made these orders and I'd seen her do enough things that I could kind of get an idea of, and they're just like basic grocery store kind of cakes, right?
Yeah.
And I started doing it and I was like, this is kind of fun. Like I kind of enjoy this and I'm actually not too bad at it. And it was funny because the cake decorator came in the other day and I had to make a bunch of like just generic cakes to fill the freezer case, right? For people that just come in and just need a birthday cake and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And so she comes in and she's like, I don't remember. She points to one of my cakes and she says, I don't remember making that cake. I'm like, oh, that's because I did. She's like, no, you didn't. I'm like, yeah, no, I did. I made it yesterday when you were sick. And she's like, no, it's definitely mine. I was like, no. Look at the border because I'm left-handed. And so my border went the opposite direction than her border. And she's like, oh, wow. And so from there, just kind of like ignited this genius zone within me that I was just like, oh, I really enjoy this. Yeah. And then kind of fast forward a couple of years, I had my daughter, Evie. She's 11 now. So this was 11 years ago. And I'm the kind of person where it's like, if I'm very thrifty, let's just say it that way. Okay. I'm a thrifty DIYer. And so I see all these friends throwing these amazing first birthday parties and they have these cakes that they've paid like $150 for a birthday cake. And I'm like, I'm the kind of person, if I can do it myself, I'm going to do it myself. And I'm like, I can do that. I'm not going to spend $150. I'll do it myself. And so it kind of started with her birthday cake. And I just loved the journey of doing that and being a part of that moment and a part of that memory and being able to make that for her. And there's so much love that goes into it. And so I just started making like my kids' birthday cakes. And then before you know it, people were like reaching out to me and they're like, will you make my kid's birthday cake? And will you make our wedding cake? And will you make this? And it just kind of was purely word of mouth, but it just kind of ignited this creativity in me. And I feel like really that's kind of what has made me be a better mom because I had that creative outlet. something that I
Right.
enjoyed, something that I could focus on, something that I loved doing, something that was just mine. And
Right.
so I kind of just became this self-taught cake hustler where,
Yeah.
you know, in those times when money was tight, because I'm a
Right.
stay-at-home mom,
Yeah.
you know, my husband works, but it's like those times that money were tight. It's like,
Right.
oh, I could up my cakes and I can advertise a little bit more and I can take on more cakes to kind of like supplement that a little bit. So that's kind of what I did. And I think it's always been the dream that I would love to do like have like a bakery and that sort of thing.
Mhm.
But I really found that I have a huge love to teach people how to decorate and to be a part of their journey and to create these experiences for people. So I kind of have fallen in love with just not only the cake decorating, which is my passion. Like I do love like learning all the new things that are trending and all that stuff. But
Right.
that's kind of how I found Karen I was like, is cake coaching a thing? Like, are there actual like cake coaches out there? Is that a thing? And I literally like searched in Facebook, cake coach.
Oh, is that how you found
That's
me?
how I found you. I think it was like total divine intervention.
I was Googled.
Yeah, it was total divine intervention because I was just like, and then instantly when I met Karen, I mean, how could you not fall in love with Karen? I
Yes.
was like, this is like my soul sister.
It's
like,
true.
We just resonated on so many levels and our
Yeah.
values really aligned. And I was just like, I just got to work with this lady. Like, she's just so lovely. Plus she's English
Yes.
and I'm half English, right? It was meant to be.
Yes.
Right? So that's kind of how my cake journey has evolved over the years. But so where it is right now, like I said, I'm a full-time mama with 3 busy kids. But I've gotten my cakes to a level where I can take orders if I want to. You know, I don't have to push it too much. I don't have to market it too much. It really is just on my schedule and my terms. And that's what I love about cake hustling. Is that the term?
I like cake hustling.
Because I can work it around my own schedule, and then it's still fun for me, and it still gives me an opportunity to learn new things and to improve my skills and my craft on my terms. So that's kind of how my cake journey has evolved over the years.
That's awesome.
Brilliant. I love the fact that I was Googled.
Yes, you're famous. You're famous. You come up.
So what do you think that just some ideas of some things that we might be rolling out to people? Any clues, or are we going to wait for people to say I'm stuck with X? Or bear in mind we've actually got Easter coming up, haven't we? And
right. I think
Mother's Day for the UK is a bit close because we have a different Mother's Day to. Does Canada have Mother's Day the same
we
as
do.
us?
It's the same as
us.
No, it's the same as the States. Although because there is a big English population here, I have noticed that they will often
get 2.
Yeah.
Your mum gets 2 Mother's Days.
My mom gets 2.
We spoke about that.
She makes sure that she gets 2. She fully expects it. Even though she's in the States, she fully expects that.
Yes.
She's a very, very proud English woman.
Yeah.
Seems reasonable to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get spoiled twice. Why not?
Right?
Why
not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
So we've got Easter coming up and Mother's Day things and Father's Day. I think we decided Father's Day was the same in all 3 countries.
I think it is.
Yes.
June, right?
In June.
Yeah. June. Yeah. So I guess what we'll do, because we have got a list of possibilities of what people could choose, or we're going to have a vote on it, aren't we?
Yes.
We've
got
definitely to keep us busy for years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of ideas.
I know. along with you two, and doing now 2, because I was only going to do one craft thing in a month, and it's like, oh, I've got 2 lovely ladies. It's like, no, we can't have them fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I've got experts just keep coming out the woodwork. I was speaking to a lady that runs a bakery, so she was saying I would love to come and talk to you because she's actually got staff. So to actually talk to somebody who's actually had the busiest year ever in COVID when we've all been
really
like, wow. I want to
that's good.
I want to unpick that
Yes.
She gave me a few pointers because we were on the phone. Of course, we were on the phone for for half an hour or whatever. 'Cause I was
Right.
like, what happened about this and what happened about that? But she's got some brilliant stories to tell.
Fascinating. Yes.
You know,
Great.
there's another young lady that I know. She's just put her treat box prices up by 10% because she's trying to stem the flood of customers coming to her door because she just can't cope with all these treat boxes because they're all
Right.
wicked things, right?
Right.
So, and then I hear or I see on some of the Facebook beginners groups or whichever, people saying, "Oh, I can't get any money for my thing," but then on top of that, they might put a picture up, and you think, that could be presented a little.
Yes. Right.
But of course, the rules of these groups say, please don't be negative. So it's like, well, this is
Right.
difficult
I
because
know.
you can't sort of give them a point of like, are you open to a bit of
Positive critiquing, right?
Yes.
That's how we learn.
positive critiquing? Because
Yes.
you want to say, the colours are a bit sort of wonky, or X, or that could have.
Well, there's so many things that go into cake decorating, coloring, photography. I
Yeah.
mean, so many things you have to learn to get to a.
I was talking to the Holly Ellis, who I took. What is today? I've even forgotten what the day is today. Tuesday, is it? Yesterday.
Yes, Tuesday. I know.
What
day is it? I
know. Lockdown. You have no idea what day it is.
Yes.
Anyway, yesterday I was talking to Holly Ellis, who's the branding and graphics lady. We were talking about the importance of colour. And, I did say to her about people not knowing about the colour wheel and knowing about harmonising colours and contrasting colours and, just slapping a load of colours together and then looking at it. And they're not really sure why it doesn't look quite right, but they haven't got the theory behind it of like, well, if you just chosen two that are opposite sides of the colour wheel. I did say to Holly, I went right through to A-level art at school, and it was one of my best subjects.
Yes.
In all that time, we never did the colour wheel. It was only when I did my City and Guild Sugarcraft that suddenly somebody brought out this colour wheel, and it was like, really? That's
Wow.
In an art class.
I can't believe that.
How did I go through the whole of my senior school being really good at art, and that was one of my main subjects, and nobody actually taught us the colour wheel?
Right.
So it makes me wonder if people are self-taught and they've never actually been to any form of either baking or decorating classes. I mean, I went right through art A-level and never got taught colour wheel.
Right.
And it's like, actually, that's really important, because if you haven't got the eye for colour, if you think you have, and then it's off. And I do see on Pinterest, it's like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
That's an interesting colour choice, and that ribbon doesn't go with that.
Right. Finding complementing colours.
Exactly. Oh, I've got Imogen on. She's putting messages on here. Imogen says she had no idea about a colour wheel. Imogen, join us. We can teach you.
Yes. There's so much to learn.
Hello to Anne. If Anne is still in the house, we've got Anne Mickelson as well, putting comments on here. So it's
good to have you.
Really. Hello, Shantae. Is that how I say Shantae Kennedy? She says she's so excited.
Oh, exciting! Oh, good.
So it's brilliant. And I've got I don't know, a lady contacted me to say, I can teach 5 ways to get more wedding cake orders, because she's actually a wedding entrepreneur. So she teaches people that are wedding suppliers how they can get more brides.
That's very interesting.
Every time I look, I've got another expert. I think I've got enough experts for 2 years if I'm doing.
Yeah, I know. The membership is just going to explode. It's such a good collaboration, though, of wonderful people. There's so much. I feel like there's so much I can learn still from all of these people that you've collaborated with.
Definitely.
The lady that has been baking for years and got this cafe, I'm sure she won't mind me saying, she said, Karen, I've learned so much from you. It's like, oh, that's really sweet of you. And she said,
Aw.
every single one of your emails I save into a folder to, if I haven't got time to read it there and then, I read it later because they're
Oh, that's
always
lovely.
Yeah,
Yes. You are, Karen.
you
are a
are
wealth
very
of
sweet.
knowledge.
Yes, you
Yes.
are.
You're a wealth of knowledge, especially in the
Yeah.
cake community.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's basically the cake circle. That's our craft experts, people. So if you were sitting watching us from London and Canada and America, wherever you are in the world, I'm guessing you're probably in America, Canada, or Europe or UK, because Australia won't be awake yet.
They're sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're fast asleep. So, but they might watch it on replay, maybe.
Yeah.
As well. But anyway, I've put the link. If you're not on my email list, question is why aren't you on my email list, right? But if you're not, you won't have heard about the Cake Circle membership. But there's the link there, and it's also in the bottom of the box underneath here, because this is streaming into YouTube and to Facebook. So
Oh,
might as well do two platforms at the same
right.
time.
Look at us getting all techie. I'm so technically challenged.
Ah,
This will be interesting.
yes, we'll be learning that part.
There might be a couple of like iPhone cameras dropped on the cake. You know,
Right.
that might happen occasionally. We'll see.
I'm sure
We'll just run with it. No judgments.
Oh, hang on. Somebody's saying yes.
You'll
this
do
is
fine.
I really appreciate those emails, and that's from Sean says. That's really nice. Thank you. Yes. So there we go. So the next time we three meet again, as they was that I think Shakespeare said that in Macbeth. And that's not likening us to witches.
Until we meet again. Yes.
Yeah.
No, right, scrap that cat. Right. So the next
This is live. This is live. We're just going with it.
Yeah.
There's no do-over.
We're eager to teach you and help you get better. That's what we're here for.
Exactly. So the next time we meet with the members that have signed up is going to be Saturday, and it's going to be 4 o'clock London time. So I think that's then 11 o'clock
And 9.
Florida
9
time,
a.m. Canada.
9 o'clock Canada time. Well, Alberta
9
Canada.
a.m. Mountain Standard Time.
And Eastern time.
11 o'clock Eastern time.
We're going to get really good at what
We
time
are.
zones.
We are going
No,
to.
just like that.
Yes.
Win pub quizzes doing
Yeah.
Yes.
Our time zone.
Although, Karen, do you ever sleep? Because I swear, Terry and I will be messaging each other, and I'm like, it's got to be like 3 a.m. her time. What is she doing?
Oh, I never even think of that. I just do it. I figure when she gets up, she'll.
Yeah. I'm like, does this woman sleep? Probably not. You're just so excited about the cake circle, right?
Yeah.
You're
Exactly.
working it all day.
Exactly.
It is exciting.
Yeah, and oftentimes I do admit to laying in bed, and then my phone will go ping. I might be watching something on Netflix, and the phone will go ping. And I can't resist looking at the message.
Oh.
That's when you get a reply, and it might be 1 o'clock in the morning here. So
Yeah.
I do sleep. I do
Okay.
sleep.
Yeah.
Good. Self-care.
Okay.
Journey.
Right. Fabulous. Look at that.
Well, thank you for having us. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for turning
Thank
up.
you.
and
Yes,
being
and I'm so
here.
excited to meet all these wonderful new people in the cake
Me
circle. I
too.
can't wait.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what we're going to teach them as well is going to be, it's going to be.
We're gonna have lots of fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I'll probably speak to you messenger before then, but we're reconvene on Saturday at London time 4 p.m.
Lovely. Sounds
Okay.
great. Okay, take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.